Impeachment inquiry into the 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden.
On this vote, the yeas are 220 and the nays are 212. The previous question is ordered.
So what does an inquiry do? It supercharges investigative powers because the Bidens are stonewalled and sets the wheels in motion for a Joe Biden impeachment, which, if the votes are there, would make him the fourth American president to be impeached. The last time a Democrat was impeached, Bill Clinton.
I did not.
Hey, I will give you this target's name, but I know you haven't heard it before. He ain't even famous yet. But shit, he about to be. Some sick degenerate trust fund kid who fucks up people's lives for fun. He spiked girl drinks, done hit and runs, assaults, man, you name it. And then he paid his way out of all that shit. And now he want to do some reputation management so he can buy his way into being the next big pop star. He got a label and a song that's all paid in bulk for. He got an ass-facing social media campaign ready to fucking go. He's all set to scoop a #1 single when it drops next week. Now I know what you're thinking. Another manufactured pop star. So what? Who cares? Well, our client works at the record label, and he got some nice intel. The label sunk everything they got into this little son of a bitch. And if he has an accident, not only will the world be a better place, but the label fixing to go bankrupt. And our client just bet against them big. So look, we make the stock crash, our clients get some zeros added onto their bank account, and we get a slice of the motherfucking pie. Now let's go put this little evil motherfucker in the wrong kind of headlines.
Financially involved, which is just another lie. Soon we'll hear Joe was not knowingly financially involved. Hunter announced that, yes, he loves drugs, prostitutes, bribes, sniffing his ex for alimony, hiding from paternity lawsuits, using the N-word and sleeping with spies, but it's the Republicans who are shameless.
In terms of my addiction, I was extremely irresponsible with my finances. But to suggest that as grounds for an impeachment inquiry is beyond the absurd. It's shameless. There's no evidence to support the allegations that my father was financially involved in my business because it did not happen.
Hunter, we have about $250,000 of your money that went to your father. What do you call those? Well, he calls them false facts.
They have lied over and over about every aspect of my personal and professional life. So much so that their lies have become the false facts believed by too many people.
Now I'm old enough to remember when Kellyanne Conway said alternative facts. Remember that was a 2-week scandal? And now we have false facts. Notice Hunter never actually refuted what the false facts are. What exactly is false about the bank records, photos, and emails? And then Hunter said he was the victim of revenge porn.
They displayed naked photos of me during an oversight hearing. And they've taken the light of my dad's love. The light of my dad's love for me and presented it as darkness.
Hunter filmed himself smoking crack with escorts and wants you to feel guilty about it. And enough with the father-son poetry. If I was Hunter's dad, I'd have a hard time loving that kid. Biden keeps on saying how proud he is of Hunter. What is he so proud of? The guy's a disaster. He's an embarrassment. He's a crook. He's a 53-year-old slob. Your 53-year-old tax cheat son's living at your house and you're proud of him? You want to know why Biden's proud? Because if he calls his son a screw-up, Hunter's going to flip on him. Dad, remember when you had dinner with my clients? Remember when you flew me on Air Force 2 15 times? Remember when I threw you on speakerphone 20 times and talked with my business partners? Oh, remember how I set you up with an office in Georgetown and you had a suite next to Mr. Dong? Yeah, the family has to stick together. No kidding. If one goes down, all go down. You think Hunter's man enough to go to prison for his dad? No. He's not going to make Daddy pardon him and get out of trouble like he always does. But this is the first time Joe Biden needs help getting out of trouble. And for the first time, Biden needs Hunter. Shut your mouth, son. I know we talk every day on the phone, but I don't know what you do for a living, right? Right? So if Republicans have a bunch of false facts, why didn't Hunter walk into Congress like he was supposed to today and set the facts straight? Hunter just read a speech his lawyer wrote and went to lunch. He just gave Congress the bird and blew off my favorite reporter, Hillary Vaughn.
Mr. Biden, was it worth it trying to sell the family name? Do you want President Biden to pardon you, sir? Was it worth it selling the family name? Have you asked your father for the pardon? How did you get into so much trouble?
It's the first time Hunter ever ignored a woman. And by the way, could you imagine if Trump's sons did this? Hey, Congress, screw you. I'm not telling you anything. The Trump sons sat for hours of depositions about the Russia hoax. They turned over every document. The Trump sons are still being called into court and testifying under oath. You're not allowed to blow off a congressional subpoena. Peter Navarro tried it, and they threw leg shackles on him. Gave him a full-body cavity search. Steve Bannon tried it. He was arrested for contempt of Congress. But the Bidens have been getting away with murder for decades, so how would this be any different? So Republicans are going to move to have him charged.
The disappointed that he didn't show up. I mean, he was just across the way at the Capitol. We expect him to come in for his interview, for his deposition, and frankly, we'll also, I think, look at contempt proceedings as we move forward.
This means the Biden Justice Department is going to have to arrest Hunter again. The Biden administration keeps arresting Hunter Biden, and it's somehow the Republicans' fault. If you defy a congressional subpoena, you have to be prosecuted, right?
I hope that the committee goes after them and hold them accountable.
Should they be prosecuted by the
I do, yes.
Okay. So Joe Biden believes no one's above the law. He'll accept his son.
I'm just not going to speak to that. You want to be more specific on your question? I'm just gonna have you speak to the White House counsel on this. I'm just not going to speak to that.
All right, so is Joe Biden coordinating his son's defense strategy? Remember, they talk every day. That's when Joe shares the light of his love. Dad, you want to do lunch at Cafe Milano? I'm in town. Well, what are you in town for, son? Well, they want me to testify about our business, but don't worry, I'm not going. What business? Exactly. So it seems similar. So Joe knew his son was going to break the law.
He said that President Biden was familiar with what someone's going to say on Capitol Hill. If I called my dad and said, I am about to violate a congressional subpoena, he'd probably say, son, you shouldn't do that. Was there any time I was about to talk Hunter out of it today?
Can you just call your dad Steve?
Dad usually.
Look, I don't have anything else to add. What you're asking me is actually a private conversation, which is not going to happen.
Without your trouble. Hunter just got hit with 3 tax felonies last week and decided to top it off with a contempt.
Mm-hmm.